and this month I'm going to be jumping into a couple of sewing challenges. The first one is fast and fun, and the other one involves a very big decision. A colourful tee in 3 hours? Easy. Choosing between fruity pants or a jacket? Existential crisis. Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kate and this is Ripper Seams. June is here and we know that because lots of lovely summer sewing challenges are afoot, and I have really bad hay fever. Yes, I'm currently feeling the itchy burn of hay fever, but that's all right. We've got lots of sewing to keep me distracted and also indoors. Woohoo! So I'm a bit up in the air in exactly what I want to sew this month. I've got so many different options on what I might make, so I might just go with the flow, but there are a couple of things I definitely want to make, and that's something for the Sew Fruity challenge as well as the Mix It Up Tea challenge. So in this video I'm going to talk through my ideas for both these challenges. For one in particular, I really like your input, so make sure you pop your ideas down in the comments section for that one. So the first challenge I'm jumping into is the Mix It Up Tea challenge, which is one that's being run by Sarah from My Handmade Wardrobe. And if you sign up for this challenge, you'll get access to this fabulous free t-shirt pattern. It's called the Mix It Up Tea, no surprises there, but it is a really great pattern to have in your stash because it is the ultimate stash buster. I've already made one. This is my very first version. This is my initial toile here, just to make sure I got the right sizing, because I am learning my lesson here. But I've had this fabric, this top piece of the yoke, I've had this fabric in my stash for a while. It was such a small piece of fabric and I didn't know what to do with it, but I kept hold of it because I knew it would have its time, and I was right. It was absolutely the perfect size to complete this particular top. So the Mix It Up Tee is a pretty standard make. Its main feature obviously is this lovely contrasting yoke, but it's otherwise a really nice rooming all over tee. Now, whilst the main body of it is made for a knit fabric, you can actually make this yoke piece in either a knit or a woven fabric. So it is really versatile and perfect for all those lovely little bits you've been holding on to, whether they're knits or wovens. You can make it into this lovely tee. Now this one has quite a thick neckband around the top here, and you also have the option to do a turn up armband or just your regular knit armband on there as well. Now this is going to be a really quick make, so a perfect one to whip up over a weekend or even in an evening. I can definitely attest to that. I made this one up after work one night last week, but ultimately who doesn't like a nice fun tee in their wardrobe? So for me, I've just made a really nice plain kind of body down the bottom. I've got this lovely cactus kind of diamond jewelry print up the top here. Really lovely, lots of fun. But this is my toile. I just wanted to make sure I got the right sizing, and I've got another one cut out ready to go, which is going to be my main piece for this challenge. After this video I'm going to sew it up. So my main body is going to be in this lovely plain grey marl, so I'm doing a lighter version of this top. But for the yoke I've got this really fun contrast fabric. It's unusual. It is a leopard print obviously, but it's kind of neon. It's kind of like a browning black that's going on there, but in between each of the lines on there, it's actually a little bit transparent, so you can actually see through it. So I think it's going to be a bit fun. It's going to be a bit unusual, and I think it pairs really nicely with the grey there. This is one that's going to be a little bit more elevated, one I can wear to the office on those slightly warmer days. So these are my first couple of Mix It Up tees. I might even make a couple of more before the month is out. What's really great about this challenge is there is a Facebook group as well. There's lots of chat going on there about the pattern, sharing their makes, lots of other good questions and ideas being shared on there. So a really nice community, which is exactly what My Handmade Wardrobe wanted to create as part of this Saturday Sewing Club. It's not too late to join this challenge, so I'm going to put all the details down in the description box below on how you can join. Head on over to My Handmade Wardrobe's website where you'll find all the details on there. You'll also find some really cool information over there, other sewing patterns, some courses you can join, and overall a really great sewing resource. So the Mix It Up Tea challenge is an absolute no-brainer. I've definitely jumped in my stash. It's a bit of a mess back there because I've been going through, pulling out all my jersey, having a look at all the different combinations I can put together. So yeah, I might make a few more before the month is out. Now the other challenge is a little bit more of a head scratcher. I've got my fabric, but I just haven't nailed down exactly what pattern I'm going to make with it, and this is where you can come in. So this is the fabric. It is very bright, it is very bold, and it has been living in my stash exactly for this moment in time. It's been waiting for June 2025 we are here, we are ready to make something out of it. So this is a bright and bold cotton drill fabric which I picked up from Spotlight at the start of last year. And there is no denying that this is going to perfectly suit the So Fruity Challenge, which is being run once again by the wonderful Blossom Sandwich. So this fabric has been designed by Ellie Whittaker. She's one of my favourite Australian designers. I just love her fun, bold, very bright and wonderful fabrics, and this one is definitely no exception. She has put every possible juicy fruit on here. We have definitely got oranges and lemons and grapefruits. They're all represented here, and I'm all for it. So with this bold fabric comes bold choices. What do I make with it? I do know I do not want to make a dress. I think this is going to be too much. It definitely needs to be broken up by something, which leaves us either with pants, and we all know how I feel about making pants, or a jacket. But lots of jackets to choose from. I have narrowed down some options on what to make with this. Now, for pants. If you see my Bob Pants video, you'll know my thoughts about pants. Pear-shaped body, need to go for some straight pants. So the pants I've been thinking of are the Anne Tilly Handmade Magic Pants. Now these are indeed magic pants. They have a wonderful stretchy panel hidden in the front of them, and they have a couple of pull tabs on the side, which is perfect for anyone who finds that their weight fluctuates over time back and forth. So as your body changes, your pants are going to be able to change with you. I love the idea of that, and ever since I've seen those pants, I've been wanting to make them, and I think this fabric might be the way to go. I think I'd like to give them a try. So the first option is some magic pants out of this very bold magical material. Now there are some that say that with wider hips, you might want to kind of just keep a darker fabric on the lower half of your body. Yeah, that is definitely a thing. I love it. But for some reason, I just want to make those pants out of this. I don't know what it is, but I'm very tempted. I want to give it a try, and it could just be just another bit of whimsy, you know, just something fun. I'm all about the fun. Option number 2 is a jacket of some sort. I think a jacket would definitely work well. I mean, like, you could have a nice jacket, you could layer it with a vest underneath, you could have wear it with jeans, wear it with shorts. I have 4 meters here. I could probably make matching shorts to go with the jacket. So yeah, we've got options here for a jacket as well, or even a co-ord set. So jacket wise, I'm going to focus on the jacket. Now, the jackets I have in mind is, first of all, the Smitten jacket, which is by Pattern Emporium. This is one that's been on my makes list for a while in a totally different fabric, a really nice, shiny, metallic looking one, but I think this fabric would also look fabulous for that pattern as well. The other option is the Ilford jacket, which is by Friday Pattern Company. This one's more of a boxy jacket, a bit more of a layering piece, definitely something that's going to suit this type of material. And the third option is a pattern that I just became aware of. It's from a small independent pattern company. They've only released 2 patterns, and that is SO Sews, and they've brought out something called the Charlie jacket, which I think is a really nice looking make. Now this one looks like a really nice relaxed hip length jacket, and it has some really nice slanted pocket details, definitely more of a relaxed style. So again, something that's really going to showcase this lovely, fun, fruity fabric. Now those are the patterns which have initially caught my attention, but I would love to know your suggestions on what you think this fabric should be made up into. I'm also up for making a blazer, so if you've got any ideas, do go and put your comments down below. I would love to know your thoughts and help me decide what this becomes. So yes, this is my big fruity challenge for this month. I've got a few weeks to kind of figure out what that is going to be. So yeah, jump on it. Go and put those suggestions below. Now I do have one other project which I'm hoping to sneak in by the end of the month, also for the So Fruity Challenge, and that is to make the College Gather Top, which is a pattern by Matchy Sewing Club. Now this is one that has been on my radar for some time, and because of its airy, floaty nature, it is going to be perfect for that warmer weather. Now I have fabric for this one on its way to me. I don't have it just yet, but it is this one here. It is this lovely, fun and bright orange print, and it's also a broderie anglaise. I have seen this fabric floating around a few different fabric stores online, but I'm getting mine from Sew Me Sunshine. Looking forward to that fabric turning up, and I think it'll be quite a nice, fun, easy make to finish out the month, because I'm pretty certain that whatever I make out of that other fabric, the lovely juicy drill fabric, that's going to take up most of my brain space over the month of June. So yeah, we need a few little palette cleansers in there. Mix It Up Tea is going to be one of them. That lovely College Gather Top is going to be another one. Book in something difficult with something easy either side. So those are the things that are going to keep me busy over the next few weeks. I'm pretty certain some other stuff will creep in there as well, but let's see what happens, shall we? And let's hope that whatever is kicking off my hay fever is vamoosed out of the air, and I can start enjoying the warmer weather. As always, if you've enjoyed this video, then please give me a thumbs up down below, and if you're not subscribed, please do go and click on that subscribe button down below, and that way you won't miss out on any future Ripper Seams videos, and you won't miss out on how those makes I've just talked about in this one are going to turn out. In the meantime, I wish you a wonderful week of sewing, and I'll see you in the next video.